Hi, and welcome back. Sunny, beautiful day. We're here again. This is going to be a short preview or presentation of video 2 on the YouTube video for painting walls. And in this one, it's going to be much of the same principle, but the only difference is you're going to be seeing me roll walls. So in this video, the thing that I want to impress upon you is the directions in which you can roll the walls. And you'll have two. When you have baseboards on the bottom or anything below the wall that you're rolling and you don't want to splatter it, you're going to roll sideways. Make sure your finish coat rolls up and down. So you're going to apply two coats. Go sideways at first, and then a lighter coat on the top, up and down, and that will help you from splattering paint onto the baseboards below. Also, remember, I'm always moving counterclockwise in the direction where I put the 18-inch bucket. So I'm walking into it all the time and not walking away from it. Okay, there'll be one more video after this talking more about rolling a larger wall, and there was something that I wanted to show you on that video, so stay tuned for video 3, and then thanks again for watching. I look forward to see you in the next video.
Okay, I'm back, and so now we're going to roll the wall. So I've got to place this camera, and this is going to be cool. I found out that this Gorilla Ladder has a nice tray in here that I can, if I do this gracefully enough, I can set the phone camera in so it catches the wall. And I'll just speak loudly. Let's shut the fan off so you can hear me. That's a whole lot better. And you're going to see how I roll this wall. Okay, and I'll talk you through it as I'm rolling it. Okay, so I'm going to keep, instead of retracting this all the way, I'm going to kind of keep it closed because I'm going to be going this way with it for now. So I'm going to trust all of you know how to do this. And if you see in a microfiber, it doesn't drip. And that's why I have those grids in there. Don't put a whole lot of paint on this thing, okay? So that it's dripping, so that by the time you bring it from the pan to the wall, you've dripped it all over the floor. Microfibers hold the paint just like that zebra brush that I showed you, and they're terrific. So what I'm going to start above here, and then roll it down to here. Sometimes you see this on TV and people laugh at how they do it, but it's correct. You'll see them do this on TV, you know, or they'll do this on the wall, and you'll laugh and say, "Oh, that's stupid," but it's not stupid. The idea is to get the paint on the wall and then spread it out. Okay, so now you see it there, and so all I'm going to do is go side to side. And again, you're not here to break any speed records, you just don't want to spill the paint all over the wood. Alright, and when you get up to be about this high, then you can go this way. And I'm going to have to put another application on. And so let's do that real quick. And again, if I had a lot larger area, I would be doing the same type of pattern. And again, don't spin it. Don't go real fast because you're going to spin it and the residual is going to fall to the floor. I can cut real close to the ceiling because I did that, and then go over what you did from side to side. Your last stroke be up and down, but go gently. You don't have to go quickly. So when you have wooden floors, slow down when you get to the base. All right, now this is only the first coat, so don't get too fussy. And that's how it is. put that down. I got a little on the side here, so I'm gonna take my wet rag and hit the side of the door frame. And you can see the type of pants that they have on. Everybody laughs and says, Jesus, you got all kinds of stuff on. But you know what? I put a wet rag here. I have a dry rag here. Sometimes I'll put another wet rag here, so that if I'm painting and I need a wet rag and I'm painting with my right hand, right like that. If I'm painting with my left hand, I got one on this side. I usually have a little hammer in here. I got my 5-in-1 in my pocket, a little knife in here, and I usually have, you know, if I need a dry rag or something else, I'll put it here. But I have everything I want on me, so that I don't have to keep going and getting something. It drives me nuts. All right, so let's take a look at something. I'm gonna come and get the camera. And the wall is rolled. And let's take a look at the floor. It's pretty clean. Now, if you look at it and you still see some residual, I have my wet rag. There may be a couple of spots here. I'll find out if they come off. That one does, okay? And I'll do that real quick. But that's a whole lot better than having a whole lot of paint on there. And again, sometimes if you're doing 2 coats, you might want to tape the top of that. And then if you tape the top of that, you won't worry about how to roll the wall. But, you know, it's not that big of a room, and so I chose not to do it. So now, anyway, that side is done. So I'm now going to go over to here. So I need to move the ladder. So let's do that. And by the way, when I've got my cut bucket down here and I start doing some rolling, last thing I want to have happen is my brush to harden up. So there's a magnet here, okay, that I can put my brush there, and then I usually take a damp rag, which I just happen to have, and I cover the pail so that the air doesn't get in and dry out the brush or the roller. All right? So if you ever leave, especially if you're doing exterior work, don't leave your cut bucket in the sun, because in five minutes you'll have bricks for a roller sleeve and a brush. Cover it up with damp rags. Even inside, when I have this fan going, you'll want to cover that up. All right, so now I've got this wall to do. And so let's see if we can set the phone up. I think you get the idea, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because I do think you get the idea. We'll set the camera up here and see if we can have you, what a makeshift. Hire a videographer, they tell me, until they see the price tag. But hopefully that'll come. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is roll this side. All right? So I take the bucket, and when I move it, I put this on top of the bucket so it looks like this. And then I carry it a few steps over in the direction that I'm going. All right, so I'm going to load up the paint. This time I'll extend it a little bit. And you don't want any drips. See it? So tap it off a couple of times. And again, start this way and then roll it down. Go side to side. Don't be in a rush because you don't want to splatter the paint. Now, I would right up to the top, right? Your second coat is up and down. And go slowly. If you're in a hurry, it might make sense for you to take the baseboards so that you can move faster. That's it. To do this room, it'll take you 15 minutes. Everything is done, everything is cut. And you see, you don't see any of the patches that I did because I pre-rolled the patch. Cuts right up here close to the trim. and it'll take you 2 seconds. So I'm going to do the rest of the room. You get the idea. Maybe I'll point it at this wall next, and then show you doing that wall because it's a little larger, and I wanted to show you something after. So I'll see you in a few minutes.